really does help somebody. Yeah. It does. It does. Yeah. Well, mostly because I mean, the condition your body you play. So like
so we gon' keep it the street. Ecstasy, putting out the best in it. Northside title, the high or heavily. Straight up 80 or right on 67. We live at the rendezvous, it's clandestine. I play the safe, Nevada's the out of state. We out the way, south side is where they play. Down the rise to the top 5 You coming alleys with the fuck no drive. She said life's too short, I say this ain't jive. You gotta learn to live dangerous, enjoy the ride. 3 days, 2 nights, 5 in sight. Maybe get the list to watch the northern lights. Make the hold on the tight, push it something nice. It's a no work dice, cause we throw the rice. First comes the O and then the P. It's the alphabet of the word, that's the way to be. You know we're the postal master to address me. We get some very white shit, but not no ecstasy.
Yeah, we said it, but no, it's fun. I never said it. If you really go as well, I can sample everything. Yeah, I'm a town, I'm a hate, get where my beat, ain't everything. No, it's fun. I never said it. If you really go as well, I can sample everything. Yeah, I'm a town, I'm a hate, get where my beat, ain't everything.
Conversation about 50-50. We don't have to talk cause the money is with me. If you need a bank, she got a plan to flip it quickly. The thing is what you can get it from Oakland to Mississippi. Niggas change when they were terrible spirit habits. I was looking like a gymnast the way you be getting backwards. And she still friends. Face got more rings than glitter fabrics. I just go with y'all shit got more holes than a tennis racket. You niggas feel the women from the outside in. I try to say you take them from the outside in. I asked that and I'm mouth right. So he made her a housewife. He losing, but for her, shit, that's an outright win. I get flashes to the nails and might cash out on Chanel. If she ain't texting, begging, that's about Chanel. The plan was to try to break a nigga, that's about to fail. I said, most of you hoes looking for a dad, I could tell. Okay. See, in the winter time, we raise numbers. Tempers is the way runners. So it's running the sun at the day, getting away from us. Ain't no real numbers, just reconcile when I play the hunters. Smiling faces give haters before they have to stuff. Patiently waiting for the baby plumbers. They probably do the Texas slide, getting trouble. But I stay with it cause I'm spiteful. Fact is money tall as the Eiffel. Get a knife.
Yeah, we said it, no, it's fun. I never said it. If you really go as well, I can sample everything. Yeah, I'm a town, I'm a hate, get where my beat, ain't everything. No, it's fun. I never said it. If you really go as well, I can sample everything. Yeah, I'm a town, I'm a hate, get where my beat, ain't everything.
You gonna sit up there with them?
Yeah, I'm up there. Hold on 1 second.
That's why I kept creating. Bullshit ain't get you slowly, hey. Bullshit, that be that. Bullshit, bitch. Bullshit, that be that. Bullshit, that.
Watch your head right there.
The Truth Show at 8. Next caller, you on the air.
Watch your head about the camera.
9.
Kiki, I like your hair, girl. I like the way that you got your dreads going on and shit.
These niggas hollering on the what? I tell these niggas it's a real. You know your niggas, I was on your track, and I'm on you. That shit back, you can't have it. Bullshit, bullshit, you tryna play touch. Bullshit, bullshit, you want some other shit. Bullshit and tryna play. Bullshit and drive me crazy. I stay with like 80. Bullshit and get you sprayed. That be that bullshit, bitch. You want some other shit, bitch. Bullshit and drive me crazy. Bullshit, I'm not gonna drive this shit. Hey, bullshit. You all my shit back. I'm like, look.
Party on the west till it's time to go. When we turn the lights on, the party's come on. Switch back to me before the sun. Bay Life Radio and Digital Dash. And all the hits from old to new. DJ in the mix and we play it.
Exactly, congratulations. This is your part of the show. Thank you. Thank you, community. And this is my co-host. What's up?
Hey, Bay Area.
Yeah.
Yo, did you know D-True is going to be doing a New Year's Eve party?
Nice.
Y'all know who D-True is?
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Where's that? XEXSF. Have you been there before?
I've not been to that club. I've not. I've been most clubs in bed.
Alright, we need all the bad bitches over there for D-True. I ain't gonna lie, New Year's party.
Pull
Let
up.
us know what y'all are doing
Pull up.
on New Year's. Drop it in the chat, actually. Let us know.
Yeah.
We trying to put your flyers up.
So, folks, I usually start the show with just tell you about what the premise of the show is and why I do this. It's a real positive show. My blood type, I used to donate blood to give my studio time, plus I want to keep it positive. I also like the color crimson. And it's just play on words. I'm a poet. Yep. And so the show's gonna start with something positive. I'm always gonna start off with something positive to share with the community, the viewers and my friends and family. We're gonna talk about music and change and evolution and healthcare. We're gonna talk about all kinds of topics. And sometimes they're gonna be about social reform or political processes. I'm not looking to sling anybody or call anybody out or take anybody's career or do anything negative. Alright, I will shine some light on some issues that are plaguing society sometimes. So we talk about solutions, not the folks on the problems, the people that are problematic. Because trust me, I get it. Most problematic people are in my family, so I'm not here to judge anybody's family or judge anybody's lifestyle. And I'm hard on my family, and I know that, and I'm trying to soften up and give them a little grace. That's what they've given me. And I'll do my best not to be too emotional on here. Last night at the show, I was cutting my teeth, and I was kind of learning the process and learning the industry, and learned control my emotions on the air.
Speaking of learning the industry, you've been transmuting your energy into some new creative journeys, I guess you would say. I really like the direction you've been going recently with your new clothing line.
Thank you.
Do people? I know people know you're a poet.
Right.
Do people know that you're a designer as well?
I think what people know is that I started out as a producer, really. I was a bartender and a lot of things in the industry coming up as a kid, but first job I had in a professional manner was being a manager of a space that was a famous recording studio that Too Short made famous. and it was in a building with Everett Jones, which is a long-standing family that's helped a lot of people in the community and is a supporter of the arts with their own stage at Q's Lounge. And it's right in the heart of Jack London Square, which is kind of like the tourist area plus the happening restaurant. And
Shout out the Elbow Room.
you know, for couples to go or families to go to have a good safe time, you know, Jack London Square is the place in Oakland. And it can be a little pricey at times, but if you know where to go, and you know what's happening, and you stay abreast of the situation, there's a lot of good places to go there. And it's been my main neighborhood for a lot of years, in Oakland. So I've lived there off and on, and I've supported a lot of business there. And
Speaking of supporting businesses,
yeah.
I feel like that was the perfect intro to explain who
Okay,
our
good.
lovely
Right.
friends are on the table.
Beautiful. So producing was where I started in the industry. And I owe a lot of people in this community a lot of opportunities to do some things with their lives because people give me some opportunities. Including Miss Liz Rogers. I appreciate you more than I can put words, you know that.
Icons.
And you've been a huge inspiration. And a friend wanted to have a friend. And friends are hard to come by. They're hard to come by in this world.
So wholesome.
You came through to me at a time that it's a miracle. That's how I know you're an angel in my life.
Oh, shout out Feed the People.
And folks, Khalees is doing some wonderful things around the world. Namely in Africa. And she's got a focus, but she does a lot of things, but she's got a focus in an area that's been war torn generation. But whatever country you call it, it's different countries that have been divided. Right now it's Congo, Sudan, Kenya, Zaire, Niger, and of course Israel and Palestine as well. And it's a dangerous place to live, to do what she's doing. She's brave. So I support that she does. Because it's hard to be a revolutionary and still be a kind person, and still obey the laws, and still be allowed to be around children and people that have weapons. Children weapons shouldn't mix, but it's a fine line. And she skirts that line, which is very hard to do in this world. I just want to give her credit's due. That's why I support what she does.
Make It Brown Toys.
And she does make brown toys, which are dolls that are made for children that are brown. All shades of brown. And these are just the first dolls that are coming out, so don't feel like you're left out of the loop. Alright? We have requests from the children that were making the dolls and giving me inspiration for the dolls, and they just what they want. These kids get what they want in our world. Period.
I'm absolutely obsessed with Peaches. And honestly, I'm such a huge fan of I'm a 90s baby. So there's just a lot of renditions or just remembrances of old
Throwback stuff.
And I love to I love to practice that everything is inspired, nothing is original. You know what I mean? And it's so funny
There's nothing new in the sun, but you could do ripple time or you do sauce on it, or maybe just an innovative way of using new technology with old ideas, right? Or how we would do it.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like when you're sharing art, a level of judgment isn't necessary. It's kind of like being a little kid, and you're in school, and it's not a talent show, but it's show and tell. You know, and one thing that's super important to one kid might not be very important to the other kid.
No,
that
yeah.
doesn't mean it's not
You're right.
important. You know, it doesn't mean that idea isn't valuable. It doesn't mean that idea isn't sparking. That idea, that could be the next whatever.
Judgmentalness or judging and being judgmental and or critiquing and criticism are all different ways of viewing something. You know, are you viewing it with haters in your eyes? Or are you viewing it with kind of compassion in your eyes?
That's the thing, right? Because when you're dealing with art, you can't be so linear. It's like, all right, am I going to be considerate of this art because it inspires me as something I'm already feeling bad about, or even if it is on that journey, is it going to make me feel better about this thing? Is it going to make me feel worse? Why is it that?
Right.
It's meant to throw you in a rabbit hole. You know, it's supposed to be vague, regardless if it's specific. And that's what I love
It's
about
supposed to take your mind to a place where you can be creative.
You're supposed to enjoy the journey.
Yes.
You know, you're supposed to create an experience.
You know something I love?
And sometimes people don't want to experience their own inner depths and thoughts.
You know, I think are masterpieces that we overlook. I've been around the world, right? I've lived in 27 countries. People know I've been world travel. I have kids everywhere.
Oh, wait,
What's up, kids?
Before you go on this, right? Because when you talk about your kids, you have so much to say, and I love that about parents, right? But you know what I think is an art that's overlooked, and this is just random, you know, don't mind me. I think we should photograph more throw-up splatters. I know that's crazy, but hear me out. As a woman that's been pregnant, I've made some gnarly art forms on the concrete, and I honestly wish I had a photo album of how crazy my meals look on the outside.
Watch.
But
Every college blog now is gonna have a bunch of college throw-ups watching.
I think kids will love it.
Make sure you hold her hair when she throws up.
Oh, that would be a nice angle. Hey. Duo action.
Check me
Speaking
out.
of duo action, thank you so much for hosting us as our designer on set. Me and rapper named Jonah, me and RJ as Juice Box just did that production.
Shout out to Juice Box, shout out to RJ, shout out to the little troupe and that you guys got going on. Bonnie is another upcoming artist that's got a group of artists that are doing some wonderful things.
Thank you, community.
And what's kind of cool about what I do, for people that allow me to, and people that we've been on all kinds of journeys together. It's a growth journey, a work journey, a healing journey, a spiritual journey. We got a lot of different journeys that are intertwined. And I love it because we're not judgmental with how we get things done. And I get the privilege of tag along or around to these kids' coattails.
Honestly,
long enough for me to learn some things and teach some things, and then get past the next group.
It was shared creative collaboration
Yeah.
where we came together in the same space and just thought like, okay, what do you think about this? We have ABC thing, we have ABC space and ABC time.
Yeah.
What do we actually all want out of this? Nobody walked out of that space without receiving something.
And that's the beautiful thing about collabs, is if you get get some people together, you can always walk away with something positive that you've learned, another way to make money, another way to advance your creativity, whether it's a product or a style or a song or a process or a healthcare product or whatever, or a movie or whatever creative art, painting, whatever creative work of art you specialize in any medium. The Bay Area and Oakland is a melting pot of some of the best of the best. What I was going to say earlier is that when I think of works of art, is the street art in the Bay Area, especially Oakland and San Francisco. LA's right behind, and Chicago, New York, all these major cities have some really dope street artists that start off as taggers. You don't understand how the industry works. Most of these kids with spray paint pans fucking off until they learn sort of artistic ability. And they get better and better. And these kids leave me signs all over the city. I know who's who. I know who's famous.
I was always inspired by those kids that were tagged.
Yeah, you understand.
They
These
had
kids are dope.
those papers on their desk, and they would just have all these
They have a
crazy
network.
expensive markers, and I just thought like,
These
wow.
kids have a
this is
network to
so
keep people
cool.
safe with their artwork.
And they're just so
And I
fluid
see the void.
and graceful, like they are. I feel you. It is a work of art, and it's as much
They're
an effort in
masterpieces,
your
and we
skill.
lose it in translation because it's not on a canvas in a fancy building. And
it's
we
a
paint,
photograph,
and they get painted over, and you lose them forever.
courtesy of the city.
However,
And
however, it's important that we document them and put them in an art form. I mean, you can put them in. You can have a whole gallery of that.
Shout out
Yeah.
Art Form Auction. Shout
Yes.
out.
Let's talk about
Shout
that.
out the Omni Commons too, because that's where we did our production,
Yes.
right?
Thank you, Omni Commons.
We're going to be talking more about Art Form Auction coming up in April.
For sure.
We have a few collaborations in the works that, we're going to take our time explaining to you guys what's going to go on here, right? You got to
Yeah.
take it in portions. If we give it to you all at once, it's going to go right over your head or it's going to blow your head up. You know what I'm saying?
We've got a lot going on, folks.
And we want you involved. We
Yes.
want your perspective, we want your opinion, we wanna know your pessimism, but we also wanna know your optimism.
I agree. And what I believe about some of my journeys, I help people, and sometimes I go in a different direction. And what I believe is that this is it's always like a poetry emotion. It's work in progress. It's work in progress.
Or what I like to say, building a plane while it's flying.
Same thing.
If you can do it.
Same thing.
It's
Same
just
thing.
a
We
skill.
can move in small groups, big groups, individually. It doesn't matter as long as we don't interfere with one another. And there's ways to do it safely. That's one of my jobs, is to help people just navigate life safely. Because I have security people that help us a lot. And I'm gonna just be a guy that's trying to retire, but on my way out the door, share some things that my family's taught me.
Not just a guy though, right? You can never forget our vets, everybody that has been in action for our
Shout out to the vets.
country. Shout out your inspiration for your design
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
to the United States Mint. Like, can you tell us a little bit more about the design? Because it was involved a lot in our production.
I will,
And you've got
I
a
will,
little bit of a
I
design.
will.
You have some more design experience.
I'm gonna give you a little bit of the backstory without going too deep into it, but let me tell you something, folks. Shout out to Vanguard, shout out to the U.S. Marines, shout out to
Shout out to you. They're back.
just the American people in general that voted for some very wise things to do to stabilize the economy, and that's what happened. People of leaders in the industry and were on board that voted. This is all legal. That they voted to buy things off an auction. Now it was a government auction,
I love auctions.
and anybody could win on this.
Super.
And everybody was on it. Like different countries and different corporations were on it. And the corporation that I represent, that I scout for, basically, to tell them who to buy, I just give them advice and they take it. I'm not a direct employee. I'm a scout. And my kids work for the company. And what they did is they bought all the ferrous and non-ferrous metal off the government auction from all the U.S. mints. Because the U.S. corporation was broke and they were trying to find a way to pay back their bills.
You know, I was always told not to keep cash. I was told to keep gold and silver.
So gold and silver will always appreciate in
And
life.
iron, right?
Yes, they are. So precious metals are valuable. They'll always stay valuable. And you have to know how to use them, spend them, and store them. And that takes some time to learn that safely. So I teach that. I teach that. Because your life should be backed behind more than paper. And as you get to know me, I'm going to show you how to do that. But that's not the main thing. It's not about the money. Right? It's about helping each other get better at money. And I appreciate my family for allowing me to do this. Because I had to go back and forth with my family a lot about what's acceptable.
It's the season.
What's acceptable and what were the rules of this. Because you could overstep the bounds if you had too much power. And money can be power. And it can be greed. And I had to be the mediator to my own family's own greed. And we work it out. And sometimes I have to take on the chin.
But it's interesting how it's always money, right?
It's not always money.
I
Sometimes
mean,
it's
it is,
power.
right? Because money is going to affect your pride. Money is going to affect your well-being, your livelihood.
Yeah.
When you're a man, your entire family, whether you're a single man or not. You know
Well,
what I mean?
they say
And
that-
well, I can't speak for men, but even as a woman or a single woman, it's going to affect me and how I'm capable of maneuvering.
And this is the thing about the English language, right? Because they have it ingrained in us to think that money's the root of all evil. It's not. Stop thinking that. You shouldn't say that. We shouldn't speak that because immediately it ties
It's
the
a
two together.
choice.
It's the love of money
Yes.
that's the root of all evil. It's not just love money. Because you can love money because you love what money does for things. Because money can help a lot of things. But you can't love money. You can't love money more than life itself.
You can't displace blame on
And you
money.
can't love money more than helping a fellow human being in need.
Right. Heal the
If you
life
got to give and
mindset.
you see somebody dying, you give it to them so they don't die. That's the rule of thumb.
Heal
If
the
you
life
got to give to
mindset.
save a life, give it to save a life.
Heal the victim mindset.
You don't say all lives, but something's better than nothing in this world. Some people don't believe in giving nothing to nobody.
Energy is currency.
And I don't just deal with those kind of people because
Water is becoming
it's all vinegar.
currency.
It's all vinegar.
That's been a concept for decades.
Yeah, there's a lot of minerals in this planet that get exploited.
Mm.
And all I am part of are non-profit and for-profit organizations that bind together to save the planet.
Shout out all our local nonprofits in the Bay Area.
Shout out
It's
to nonprofits.
beautiful. I mean, I haven't gotten
Shout
a chance
out.
to go to all the toy drives.
And you know I know who you are, and you know if I can get you money, I'll give it to you. I'll funnel to how I need to. You see, I make sure you go through the proper channels. You know, it's Vanguard.
I think Mr. Fab's toy drive
Man,
this year
Fab's
was
got so
more
much,
poppin'
man.
than last year, I think.
Shout out to Dope Bear,
Shout
alright?
out to Bear.
Shout out to Fab and Unc and the whole crew.
Stop,
Shout out.
I was like, damn.
They stay working, man. Woo! You
The
understand?
line was
You
great, and
understand?
I met a family down the street because they were at the other location.
Right,
We were
shout
at
out.
community
Yeah,
center.
we stopped by to bring some kids by, and I got a warm reception from Dope Bear, which thank you,
I
folks.
didn't even know they did a thing on Thanksgiving. I missed that.
Man, he stays working. The whole crew does.
I missed that
Yeah.
entirely, but it's so beautiful to hear
No,
the
man,
effect on the
we
community,
got it.
the families, the joy that
Yeah.
it brings.
Now, I really want to give a shout out to the unity in the Bay right now. Yeah, listen, folks. You know, we're competitive, and we go back and forth, but for the first time in a long time, we're at peace. That's a miracle right there. That's such a miracle you don't understand. That's such a
But
miracle.
we're in a certain level of gratitude, I feel like, throughout the holidays. I feel like it's been a little bit, I don't know. I would think when you're kids, you're naturally narcissist, and you just like, I need more shit. Where are all the
More.
If you buy me my own
Spoiled ass kids.
and I love that for them because they deserve it, realistically, right?
Yeah.
And I start to think to myself, I start to go into the
Spoiled kids spare the ride.
and I think to myself, wow, the level of discipline as an adult that it takes to actually to achieve what would make me happy, and to understand that I'm an adult with a child that remembers the things that I wanted, and I'm still working towards those goals.
Man.
At what point does society strip that from you? Probably when you go into college or something. But
Don't lose your goals.
it's interesting when you
And don't lose your
unalign.
goals. And don't be afraid to swap a goal for a better one.
Oh, yes.
If you got opportunity to level up and it's the same thing you're doing but at a better level, take the shot. Take the shot. If you don't take the shot, you'll never score. And if people give you a shot, give a shot back once in a while.
I think it's better to regret. I think it's better to regret saying something than not say something at all.
Do not live with regrets. If that's the last thing I ever teach on this earth,
No.
would be to never regret a bad decision to put you in a better place.
You know, we actually, speaking of no regrets, I've been recently putting on a not a rollout. I mean, I'm a new artist in the industry, so I've been kind of talking about my
Yeah.
first single I dropped, No Regrets, a little bit more. And it's crazy
You
because
what?
when you're an artist, you drop a song and you think like, okay, that's the end of it. You know, I learned everything I needed to learn from that. But you
Yeah.
continue to hear it, you continue to see how it affects other people, and you then realize you're continuing to evolve with that past version of yourself, with the new version of yourself simultaneously. And it's just like, it means the same thing, but something entirely different a year later. And
man.
it's crazy what art can really do to reveal those innermost kind of concealed parts of a person, whether it's your
Yeah.
art or the next person.
I have poems I wrote years ago that will mean something at different times in my life, and I pull it back out. I'm like, I'm going to do that right now. I wrote that 2 years ago. Am I repeating the cycle, or did I see the vision ahead of time? And sometimes it's one or the other. Like I'm like, man, I already went through this. Why am I going to do it again? Check that.
That kind of reminds me of my collaborative partner RJ Song Free. He had a single that he released a couple months ago, I believe. And it kind of reminded me of releasing myself from the cycle, releasing myself from the spiral, or I don't know, sometimes I like to call it a vortex.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How long are we on the air today?
Normally it's supposed to be a 2-hour show, but we got here late, and I need to get a little coaching and refresher from Igor. So
And RJ is actually here.
yeah, we got a guest in the house, folks.
I think we we have a,
But as we bring the guests on, I kind of want to say, look, Bonnie's a great artist, okay, folks. And she, I want to talk about her style. They have a Bay Area punk R&B style. That's how I would put it. It's a fusion style.
I think,
And it's unique. And I am drawn to unique. That's one of the things I look for, the strangest type of mixes of people to bring together.
this guy.
I do. I try to get people in the room together that would never even talk to on the streets. And sometimes that's where magic happens. And that's one of the reasons why I get a chance to be here. Because this is one place where magic happens. People meet here, and they'll go on a project out of here, make a bunch of money, and have a bunch of fun, and come back and do it again.
And shout out to Igor Beats.
Shout out to DJ Igor Beats and the whole Big Old Radio family. Yes.
And I need some of that Mudwater soon, but you know, we're actually going to be coming to commercial. I think this
We
is
are.
a perfect opportunity
Yes.
to talk about what that looked like for us.
Yes. Talk
On
about
our
your band and all that.
production, with your design, at the
Yes.
Omni Commons. After this short break, we'll pull up
Thank you.
RJ on the stage and we'll start talking a little bit more about the details.
We're back in fact. Go back and folks. See you later.
Chaos in the world, everywhere, everybody tripping. Big mafias, pushing records, stray dogs, militia, keep me in crew.
Money, clothes, hoes, and I need it. Money, clothes, hoes,
That's what happened.
money, clothes, hoes,
That's happened.
money, clothes, hoes,
And I need it.
money, clothes, hoes,
That's happened.
money, clothes, hoes,
I want it.
money, clothes, hoes,
Break your face for it.
money, clothes, hoes,
That's what happened.
money,
I
clothes,
said,
hoes.
the sad, the pain, the horror, the trauma, the stress of the streets, the memory of the beast, got these people acting crazy. Nothing my kids with inflation going up, my hustle up and double up, triple up and that's a fact. Ain't no hate to stop them back. When I'm pushing hard, not with the great fire from the Bay to Southern Cali. Let me do it, then you make the flame, with the great game, hustle through the alleyway. Boy, you can't handle me, I'm out here with the savage, the niggas that will knock you out your shoes. We do the food, listen to me, fucking carpenter, watch it grow fair. Man, I ain't starting her.
Money, clothes, hoes,
And I need it.
money, clothes, hoes,
That's what happened.
money, clothes, hoes,
Exactly.
money, clothes, hoes,
And I need it.
money, clothes, hoes,
That's happened.
money, clothes, hoes,
I want it.
money, clothes,
Break
hoes,
your face for it.
money, clothes, hoes,
That's what happened.
money, clothes,
That's what happened.
money, clothes.
Yep.
I'm just a real nigga, real ass nigga. Nigga, get it up the field, nigga. Out that there freedom, man. I'm just a real nigga, real ass nigga. Man, get it up the field, nigga. Out that there freedom.
Very good. The king is here. Bitch ass motherfucker kiss the rings. Shit real ass motherfucker doing his veins. Riding no truths and balls of getting these homes. Stacking these dollars up, man, that's what we know. Like screws with bucks, not the chopper on clutch. Haters just duck, when the rounds get the bus. Still talking with the bitch too much. I'm high to the lab, man, I'm just such a sad. Gangsta with this, man, I ain't gotta do shit. It's real talking in town, boy, we doing dumb shit. Nigga, don't you know, niggas mad basketball shit. Nigga, we hustle to the top every day. Got your bitch on the top, man, non-stop, we getting paid. Real shit, boy, it's what we do. We area nigga 4, 5, 5, 10, you fool.
Now I'm just a real nigga, just so real. Get it out the field, nigga, out the field. Man, I'm just a real nigga, just so real, nigga. Get it out the field, nigga, out the field. Nigga, the audacity to try to assassinate my character. Boy, you better stop it. I will embarrass you. And from you bitch, you take up all you don't. And take up all your hoes. That's why you mad at me for real, though. I'm breaking the bitch up out the pockets. It's real game, nothing selling spaces profits. You little sucker, stop it. It's real shit, I'm just a get it out the field. Nigga in the mud, making dirt, making mud block hurt. Shit down, motherfuckers always hating like a little bitch. Pillow talking with the ugly hoe. The lights can block them bears. Real shit, I'm not scared. Motherfucker ass nigga calling me from Delaware. Where the fuck you from? It's West Coast, every stupid damn we going Joe. Big chocolate with the cinnamon kush. You better shut the fuck up, man. I'm gonna slap you with the cinnamon. Nigga, I'm just a real nigga. Nigga, get it up the field, nigga.
Y'all ready?
Man, I'm just a real nigga.
Okay.
Man, get it
Back.
up the field.
Yo, welcome back, folks. Welcome back. I'm Xavier, the voice of reason. This is the Old Positive Show on twitch.tv/Bay Life Radio. And I am sitting here with the dynamic duo, power couple type shit, Juice Box.
Juice
So I've been blessed the opportunity to be part of their journey, to form a personal professional bond with these guys right here, this crew. When I say solid through and through, this is what I'm talking about here. Prime example. Some people I've worked with. There's just a bunch. I mean, there's hundreds I've been working with, but this is just something that I've been recently working with and watching really bubble up and go from starving artist, professional artist to ready to rock and roll with some whatever they want to do. There's guys I know some of these people. I don't get involved in much business, but I help, and we're all helping each other. And I'm honored to have these. They're both RJ, Jonah, my guy. And Brian Dargo, of course. Man, just pay attention, folks. You know, I'm always saying pay attention to some of the things we do, but focus on what you gotta do, right? And if you want to look to a career that's gonna make some waves in the industry, pay attention. That's all I gotta say.
What's up, man? We appreciate you for that.
So, why don't you tell the folks a little bit about your style of music, because you guys have kind of a fusion style, and I want you to describe it better than I can, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's call our sound punk rap, very hybrid fusion of rock and roll and hip hop. We feel like these two genre blends was really allowing us to stand out and help us to connect with the people that feel like we're on the outside, so we're helping bring them in on the inside to where they're accepted.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. You know, I think the type of people I hang out with are the ones that look for people on the fringes of earth, on the outskirts, that need a soul drop, that need a place to call home, a place that's safe to do your music, to be you, and to learn to be you. And I'm learning from these people. That's what I love about Oakland. And if you want to go through some of the processes, it's a great place to learn, and then move on or stay. You know, I don't know how people do it, but I do a little both. I travel a lot. And I'm just real proud of this group, you know. And I want you guys to tell them about the music, you know, some of your projects you got coming up, and then I think it's Jake over here.
Yeah, she's definitely doing some self-care, which is very important. Like, that's actually why we started our Juice Box. Like, for me personally, I'm actually a type 2 diabetic, and so I consciously have to make sure I take care of myself. Like,
right.
And because of that, part of our brand, what we do, is literally about taking care of yourself. And Ronnie here is showing exactly the importance of conscious care for yourself. So that's what we're here for. But yeah, so we're actually, so recently we released our very first EP, Break the Algorithm.
Break the Algorithms. It's a must buy. For real. I don't say that there about my own music. And it's music that I had to be turned on to. Like, want to listen to the whole thing? Like, oh, yeah, because it tells a story, folks. And that's why I love about certain artists. Certain artists can make a whole album, tell a story if you go from song to song to song in the right order. And sometimes the order is mixed up on purpose. So pay attention. They're telling a story.
Thank you.
Follow the trail.
That's the point of it. So to break the algorithm, we are talking about getting the tools to break free from all our limitations, getting outside the matrix that's been put upon us. And so right now we're actually working on our follow-up EP to expand that universe called the Jailbreak EP. So once we have the tools, what are we going to do with it and how we're going to explore the new world that's coming in front of us.
Gotta face the new world for what it is. And not be afraid. Take leaps of faith every day sometimes.
You got to, honestly. You don't want to get stuck in a box.
Man, because listen, tomorrow's never promised, but you have to have a plan, right? Whatever your plan is, it's your plan. But every day when you wake up, if you don't remember the plan, would you write it down in the first place for you?
Yeah.
You know, people make plans and forget about them. And I'm like, why do you forget? And people they never know why they forget.
I mean, sometimes people are afraid to follow through, and sometimes you have to ask themselves if that's what they really want.
It's different for everybody. And I'll judge why it's different. I just don't accept it.
Yeah, true. You gotta put yourself to a certain standard.
Yeah, I mean, because we all have standards that we need to hold ourselves to. And the only real belief system I believe is being better than you were the day before. That's your own standard.
Yeah.
That's your own standard. And it doesn't matter what area of your life you're different. Because there's a lot of areas that people want to improve upon. I don't care if it's your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual health, your financial health, your relationships with your family, your relationships with your higher power, your relationships with Mother Earth. We all have relationships and ties to things.
That's very
That
true.
we choose to be a part of, or we choose to sever, or we choose to repair, or we choose to tie up and throw away.
I feel that.
And there's some things that you can come back from, there's some things you can't. I don't make the rules. I don't change the rules. I obey the rules. When I'm asked to, I remind people that the rules need to be enforced, whether it's I do it or not. And I try not to. I try to be a peaceful person. I'm going to continue to be that. And I know people don't like me being peaceful, but I'm sorry. I'm choosing to be peaceful for a long time now. It's going to stay that way because it's my job. I'm learning to do it better and better every day. And it's hard sometimes. And because people like this, I'm reminded I can be a civilian. I can walk away. Or I can go and replace my son. Either way, it's my choice. Either way, I'm be alive. I'm grateful for that. For sure. And people like this have been guardians of me, not just friends of mine.
Thank you. I'm glad we can help you feel safe to be yourself.
For sure. It's not easy sometimes when you have to learn how to use safe houses. It's a learned trait. You have to trust in the process. And some people have to hide. But you don't have to hide it. For me, or for anybody I'm associated with. We're here to help, not hurt. You have my word on that. I don't care what side of the aisle you're from. I don't care about your past. I don't care about any contracts that you think you signed. I don't care who you're related to. I don't care what your bloodline is. I don't care what your ethnicity is. I don't care what your religion is. I don't care what government organization or corporation that you're from, or society, or none of that. I care about your soul. What's inside you. That's it.
Yeah, I'm glad we can actually form that community for everybody to feel safe. That's the goal.
Right on. And through the process of us working together, we're going to be able to share money, and donate money, and make money together. And this is just one of the ways I can do it. I'm around a bunch of creative people. We got designs, some of these things we do together, right? And then, because we do it together, I can make sure everybody gets paid off it. You know, this clothing line is going to be for us, people. I've given bags away to people that can design it and be part of it, because I want other designers to feel included. Even if you don't want to be a designer with us, other designers can be part of a collective bargaining process where we pay for the clothing, the materials, all in group. So it brings costs down as a company scales, so we buy it all cheaper at a wholesale rate and save a few pennies and make sure that money goes back to the kids That's how I do it, folks. If we find ways to get a discount, we used to discount the profit to pay our kids, do a better job at it than we do. And they do a better job. So, I do the best I can to keep up with them, and they laugh at me.
Yeah, just do your best, man.
You know, I laugh about being kind of wealthy, but these kids got real money. I give them credit, right? 'Cause, I'm going to tell a quick story real quick about these kids that pulled up on me. You know, we were at what was called Civil War or civil disputes that it went countrywide, right? It went across the nation. And there were either rebel forces or there were saving forces, I don't care what you call it, right? But it's over with. And it was all legal, it was all different parts of our own military that were on different sides of the aisle. For legal reasons, because that's what we had to follow the law that was in the code. And the Marine Corps lives by the Uniform Code of Military Justice, so they're named SEALs. And we stuck to it. And it's also maritime law. We stuck to it. And that's how the world looks at it. And we stuck to it. That's it. But in that process, a lot of adults didn't want to take sides. And I was too far pot committed, right? I already spent millions and billions of dollars, and I already had my own family members that already died. Some of my own kids died of this. My own biological kids that already died of this. And I wasn't gonna leave their mothers out to dry or anybody family out to dry. So I kept going. And I went way beyond I was supposed to by myself. Which brought my other kids into it who weren't supposed to be part of it.
You're safe here, man. You're safe
You're
here, man.
partially
That was the
Irish.
hardest decision I've had to make.
You said you're partially Irish?
I am. Right.
Yeah? I fuck with the Irish.
So I'm Irish American.
Fuck with the Irish.
Yeah, I'm Irish American, I'm Sicilian American, I'm Eritrean Ethiopian American, and I'm Seminole American. And these are my main bloodlines that I've signed contracts and treaties with for peace and for land and for safe spaces and healing spaces. And we're all gonna do the best we can to get along and keep moving forward. And it's no mafia. It's no organized crime. Everything's legal. I got contracts and I have to buy permits and I have to let properties get burned down so the government will come and mow it down so I can build something new. And I have to pay them to do all this. I have to pay them to destroy it. I got to pay them to clear the land. I got to pay them to rebuild it. And I don't mind doing that because it keeps people working and it keeps my kids happy. It keeps the money flowing. It keeps the economy going because construction was almost at a dead still in California and a lot of places around the world. And we can't ever have construction at a dead still when things are falling apart. Because that's where diseases come from. Rats and things when trash is building up. You can't let trash build up.
And I think that really is the premise of break the algorithm. You
Yeah,
know,
can't let
beating
trash
up
build
the
up.
matrix, cutting through that 9 to 5, that fog, that smog of day-to-day life, of reinventing and recreating yourself in the routine of your responsibilities, right? Because it's not the routine of the day-to-day life. It's the routine that you need to have to sustain your responsibilities.
Your trash companies and your garbage collectors should be some of the highest paid people in your society. You know why? Because they can go through that stuff and find something that's very valuable that people throw away. You don't understand. One topic says, let's go. You know what Satashis are?
Shipashi mushroom?
No, the coins, the Satoshi coins that are, so Bitcoin was started on real gold currency, but the gold currency had microchips inside that had accounts to offshore bank accounts and onshore bank accounts, and a blockchain that you can never break the algorithm, right? And you still can to this day. There's only so many made. I had purchased some at a huge discount price when I was on the streets. You understand, like billions of dollars worth of these things. And so a hater, asshole, over a girl, stole and threw them in a dumpster, didn't know what they were. And they've been scattered around the world for years. Most of them come back to me. Some are still on the streets, and some homeless people have them, and they're never going to spend them.
I love that you mentioned that actually, because with our Omni Comics project, they have a free store there. They have a free store. There's a free
One
store.
man's trash, another man's treasure.
Right? There's a free store over here. I think on Coolidge and MacArthur or something like that. You can take one item or something like that.
Yeah.
Omni Commons is like take whatever,
Yeah, take
whatever
whatever you
you
want.
need.
Just
I
show
mean, they
up.
got
Yeah.
diapers, they got toys, they got. I mean, there's more adult stuff. I think originally it was created for people who are in transition, you know. But I really love the idea of upcycling
Yeah.
in remembrance, and that was the best thing about modeling for your line, right? It's
Yeah.
just that interesting history with the company that you decided to work with, and then your own kind of day-to-day luxury streetwear, which I also feel like has been unique and ahead of its time, and or adapted. What would you say for your style and your design that we did at Omni?
So,
Or RJ's wearing it right now.
yeah, so,
You guys
so
mix,
what
right?
inspired it is two things. One, I've always been a thrift store shopper. So I like throwback clothes. I like clothes like from the 70s or some things that are you can't find in any rack in any department store. And sometimes you can find some vintage stuff that's worth like you know what I'm saying. I'll find some custom stuff. I found some custom Adidas one time they were gold paisley satin Adidas. I got at the Buffalo Exchange.
Oh, that's clean.
I got for $17,
Okay.
and they were worth like $450. And you can find it all the time if you know you're looking for it. You really can't, because you just gotta know how to hit the thrift stores in the nice neighborhoods where people people die or pass away, or their kids grow up to move out of the house, they just get the shit away.
One way or
Not
another.
knowing that
Those
it's
are
just, not knowing it's just like one of a kind, some shit that's been signed by some artist, some skateboarder or some shit.
Oh, you know.
Where can people find these jackets? Like, what's the reason? Where can people find these jackets?
Basically, I upscale stuff that I got in the thrift store or whatever, and I got it from I use these bags from US Mint, and I'm using quick bags from US Mint.
Yes.
Alright, so basically, my kids have a company that bought all the ferrous and non-ferrous metal from US Mint when they went up for auction, and we had to break into it right when we bought them because we knew that Trump would send people to break in and steal the shit anyway. So we broke in and got our own shit. That made the auction drop. And these kids were so amazing. They perfectly can it all across the country. And these are military soldiers and street kids that work together to save America's money. And they brought it all back to the right banks. To keep certain banks stable, like Navy Credit Union, and all the casinos, and all the Native American tribes all over the world. And I want to thank you to the Tribal Council for working with us on this, to make sure it stays in circulation and stays safe, because that's what keeps the schools working. Whether it's a public school or a charter school, we're saving the schools, people. It's my honor to tell you that.
Man, fuck the education.
And it started with
system.
it started.
Controversial.
Let me give credit
Fuck,
due.
but
This started with the independent music community in the underground, the digital underground, the Bay Area. Whether you're a poet or a singer or a rapper or a club owner or a DJ, or a security guard or a patron, you're part of it. You're part of one of the most beautiful transformations in the education system in the world and history.
real experience.
Change history by changing education. That's how you do it. Not with violence, not with guns. We proved it. And it's being spread around the world. Thank you.
Yeah, that's good. We're a community. We're here for each other. That's it.
Kill.
You're good, man. You're good.
Sorry.
I mean, that's that time of year, right? When we're getting all passionate about what has been, what will be, what still is currently. If you have something that pushes you throughout life and inspires you, your muse, that keeps you going, whether you're a parent or you're somebody that inspires for more and better for your community, there's that thing that you look for during this time of year that justifies who you are as a fucking person. And I know that's based off of some bullshit westernized Roman calendar that we all live on based off of the lighting systems and so forth. But realistically, we are a part of the mechanism. And each of us matters when it comes to functioning that machine. And so each individual person that watches this, each individual person that walks on this earth is important in a more than a vital factor in the mechanism.
Please
And I
remind
think
people
we
that we're
need to
important.
remember that during this time of the year when we have all these things that could push us in victim mentality or lack mindset. Some of us are just, uncomfortable with emotions because they're not logical. It's an entirely different realm. And at the end of the day, we have to be gentle with ourselves as nobody else is willing to do it, whether it's, a test of the ego or a test of the pride or whatever it might be. It's for the greater good.
Yeah, you really have to allow yourself to feel.
Yeah.
And I'll remind folks is that, our lifestyles, they look kind of funny, but they're kind of dangerous sometimes, right? I'm not gonna lie about that. It's just because of the climate out here and the amount of people that carry weapons, the amount of people that drive fast vehicles, the amount of people that we're crammed in on top of each other, right? And it makes for friction. And so you gotta know how to get out of the friction, to get out of the way. It takes a long time to learn that in this town. It does. Learn how to move. If you didn't grow up here.
Apartments are like human storages, like when you go pay for a storage.
And then on top of how expensive
that
it
you're
is.
not trying to worry about.
That's why I say
we're too
these.
busy to give a fuck about the actual things that we care about, which we have to put in our human storage, which we have to live and survive the 9 to 5 just to sustain even having it somewhere else is on the street, it's subjective, right? And it's all perspective.
There's a lot of challenging places to live, like, New York City's another one. It's not where if you're not from there, they don't have family there, that you have to kind of start over and build your way up because it's expensive to have roommates and stuff. So it's a process.
That is very normal for Northern California.
If you go through that process and survive it and thrive off of it, I think you can survive anywhere in the world. And I've been everywhere in the world.
Yeah,
I really do.
think so.
Because this is one of those tough places to make it or break.
I
call it
always
make or break town.
America is a third world country with a Gucci though. I
Yeah,
forgot where I saw that.
All that glitters like gold, people.
All
All that glitters like gold. Like I said. So I always would tell people if you're serious about music and their industry, this is not the place to come.
We're all trying to
It's the last place to come.
I was interested in bringing Juicebox on cruises, and Orange has been a little bit skeptical of this idea. He doesn't believe that I can produce the amount of magic that I say is possible.
I never said that.
Let's talk about that. Would you guys do a cruise?
I would love to do a cruise.
How many artists in bed you think would want to do a cruise?
I never heard anybody else saying a cruise. This is definitely like a unique idea.
I mean, there's so much space in a cruise. Why wouldn't we?
What about a tour that would go from like here to Palm Springs and Reno, then down to like Vegas and it'd go from here to like Reno and Tahoe, right? And then down to like Palm Springs and Vegas, and then I-10,
I have been trying to
Bakersfield,
pull him.
and all the way I-10 to Florida.
I've been trying to pull him.
So I got a parade route.
Oregon and Florida, actually, as well as Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas.
Florida's
we're
late.
looking into.
What's up to the groups in Florida, by the way?
We
Florida's
just
late.
barely went to Atlanta this year and explored that. Shout out Tiger for allowing us to take space in your club. Atlanta's a different beast.
Different and Watson for sure.
Honestly, we're thinking about touring. I think right now it's about how we're going to break the algorithm.
Yep.
As we're developing our next project, going into our next productions, it's kind of like, how are we going to make this sustainable? You know what I mean? Because we don't necessarily ask for a lot of support from our community, so a lot of this stuff is like us based. You know what I mean? Like, this shit comes out of our pocket. We're independent. We're trying to make stuff happen, and it's really for the camaraderie, it's really for the connection, it's really for the impact that the art and the feelings and the vulnerability can create in our environment. And I think we're at a point right now to where we've just been kind of pulled and invited to other areas where we're kind of like, okay, we should really start making a game plan about going global, actually. Because, I mean, I'm excited. I didn't think it was going to happen this soon, but I mean, realistically, it's about pushing yourself as an independent contractor, as an entrepreneur, right? Like, if you're gonna get merchandise, you might as well go straight to China and just go visit the fucking factory yourself. It's actually cheaper.
It's not that hard to make contacts.
You get a lot more hands-on shit that way. I mean, I'm not gonna talk about the tariffs and Trump right now, but that is my kind of like, I want Juicebox to go global, but we're also both parents. And we also both have responsibilities.
Yes.
And it does take us time to just kind of do things within a certain amount of time.
Yep.
And I do want to shout out our community for supporting us during that, all the brands that continue to
For sure,
inspire
man.
us through the journey, right? Because without other
Oh, man.
artists, like at the Punk Rock Christmas, we wouldn't be inspired to push through in the same way. Because it's the vigor of our community that also adds on, it fills our cup at the same time.
Yeah.
It's filling their cup, filling our cup, and it just being an abundant kind of energy all around because we all get a certain level of fulfillment from it.
Exactly. I love how we're all like pushing each other to be better. You know?
Yeah, towards our dreams. You know, not even just better, but better towards what we actually want from ourselves.
And that's the unique sauce for the area.
I would rather be saucy
Is that
than
we're
a
very
bad
competitive.
bitch. Hey.
We fight through haterism just like any other community does. But at the end of the day, if it's about these kids, if it's about the culture, if it's about saving one of the small businesses from going under, if it's about resisting arrest, we're gonna stand together for the good of the community. And that's a rare thing to have in a city this size. I'm always gonna say we're the safest big city, little city in the world.
We gotta keep it up.
Because we all know each other, and we all respect one another. And respect is earned and given. And the fact that so much of my family's in town for the holidays, it's just proof that we've come a long way. And I want to thank everybody that's in town for giving me my space and just being here. Just being here. It meant a lot to me. It just showed so much solidarity that I didn't expect. That's the miracle that I didn't expect. And that's my Christmas miracle, is that my family came together and we're all in one city, same time, and there's no beef. And that hasn't happened in years. I don't know how long.
Keep it whole.
And, man, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful for anybody. You know,
Happy holidays.
oh my gosh, I get calls sometimes like, oh, don't involve me. I don't want to know. If you involve me, I take sides, it's gonna blow up. Just avoid the drama. 'Cause I have to sometimes.
But it's unavoidable with family.
Oh, wow.
Just people in general.
Yeah, it's just peopling, you know? That's why people just decide to go anywhere the fuck else but around people. And that's a great choice. If you don't want to deal with people, get the fuck out.
Yeah, sometimes I don't like people.
Anywhere else.
When I'm feeling ugly inside, I stay inside.
Yeah, and I think everybody has the right to be independent. I mean, some people really don't want to share space with others, and I think people have the right to understand themselves and their boundaries to the point to where they can make those calls.
Boundaries.
Hence, you know, why we in the story.
Boundaries. Boundaries and borders are different.
But you know, it's about that time, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna go on a short break.
It is time for a break. I want to give a shout out to one of our sponsors again. Megan Brown Toys.com with Khalees, and it goes to a good cause for the kids, feed the people, right? A new clothing line coming towards you soon, US Mint.
Yes.
Juice
We
box
have
in the
more
building.
content loading.
Bay Life Radio, White Out the Comedian, DJ Igor Beats. We love you folks. We'll see you back in a little bit. We'll see you looking at you.
Yeah, we'll be back, y'all.
Right on.
Stay well, stay
Peace.
hydrated.
Pulling up downtown local, OS style. Where women get pushed in, it ain't okay. Boulevard, back streets, Broadway to Ash. You wanna remain victims, pull up in the tax. I know it ain't classy, but trust this tenacity. I talk in this capacity, cause I done seen the tragedy. Mama, daughter, bag on the backseat. Spark plug to the back window, track me. 50 can't catch me, running like an athlete. Get away stolen, shoot it in the back. Hot flex, hot sex, get bit by the left. Four months to split up, one focus tech. All gas, no threat, stay woke and wet. Fuck around and find out when the golden step. Can't control this plate when the youngsters go. Going that out in the open case. You know I let a car. As a motto, so clean. Stay away from my car, no flipping allowed. Secretly
been alive. Big tank, Jack. No gripping, it's brand new. Fake back, please get away from my car. When I roll down, you see these stars. I'm in the drop top, cougar, it's not a big zap. All gold, everything on the lap, be the zap. Arm in the box, tail, 7-9 with the slot, 6-5 Mustang. Who you wanna get that? Fantastic, class, respect. That L stand for Lambo, man, you not the ass. Speed, Mr. X, got a phone on the car, talk about sex. She said she tryna get it from me, baby, I ain't paying for. She said she wanna give it to me, baby, I ain't sure. Yeah, when he in my tummy, don't feel my medicines on my YN, sleeping peace, stop pimping. You know I look hard. That's my motto. Oh, it's so clean. You stay away from my car, no pimpin' allowed. Say really what you want, no pimpin' allowed. You stay away from my car, no pimpin' allowed. Say really what you want.
Just a real 6'6" and hang out and get to straight people. It's the real 6'.
We are back, folks. We're back.
Not yet. Not yet.
Once again, folks, this is one of those places and one of those stations that's going to usher in a new style of music and a new way of getting to the masses. I want all the independent artists out there to know that this is one of the stopping points, one of the launching points. That if you ever make it through here, you can find other places to go and find a trail of open mics or schools or programs that are designed for artists and entertainers of all kinds to make money at this, to pay their bills and have a living and travel or stay rooted. And I'm one of the guys that can help you get there, and that's by following some of the artists I work with. They've already made it through the process a couple times. So you have to make laps.
Shout out Music City,
Yeah.
actually.
Shout out to Music City, San Francisco.
I love how they
Yeah.
have the tip jar just like openly available there for the community that
That part.
is kind of like while you're performing,
That part.
or regardless if you're performing or not. So
Yep.
like they just kind of have it there on all the stages.
Yeah, they've been so great. They've made it into a one-stop shop where you can create content,
Yep.
meet other artists, stay there, especially if you're touring in the area or something
Yeah,
along that lines. They've been great. They've been a great.
It's a neat little place, folks. I want to give a shout out to Rudy and all them. The business is family to me. The whole community, really the whole independent music community is family to me. But I have actually blood relatives on certain businesses, and I help support them, right? Because it's my job to help support them. And that's one of the businesses that I love San Francisco. I've been in the music city in San Francisco for a long time, even before Oakland. And I just want to pour into the community. And that's one place that teaches artists to get better at different forms of art, whether it's stage performing, studio performing, podcasting, and it's going through some changes in personnel, but it's going to be a staple in the industry. Right? It's going to be one place just like Billy Radio has been, as a school of the arts for kids off the streets or out of school. You know, it's just one place.
Free class of 3,000.
Yeah.
I
Shout
fucking love that
What's
show.
that?
I
What's
went on
up?
a whole protest with that shit, him and Mr. Fad, and I really
What's
think
up,
we
Fad?
continue that initiative as we continue to grow as a society, as a community, as we're adding mental health awareness into our school
Man, huge.
districts and our spiritual connectivity and remembrance into our school districts. Shout out Class of 2000. That was a huge
Shout out.
muse for me growing up, I feel like. And I know on Nardwar.
Nardwar.
Yeah, thank you. I'm a fucking drunk, y'all, but I saw how they did like an announcement with Andre 2000. It was like, I don't know, like a few months ago, how they're actually going to be bringing it back. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing Class of 3000 on air again. I don't know if it's going to be, what was it, Cartoon Network?
Yeah,
Or
Cartoon
Nickelodeon?
Network. Yeah.
Shout out Cartoon Network, R.I.P.
Yeah, I like cartoons.
R.I.P.
I like cartoons. I like
It's
cartoons.
so creative.
I like
watching
cartoons.
cartoons.
I love cartoons and I love street art. Shout out to all street artists here at the Bay
Shout
Area.
out to
Shout out,
Shout
man.
out Class of 2000, my bad. Hashtag Class of 2000, drop in the comments.
Yeah. You know, group effort is awesome. These folks have some projects they're working on that they invited me to this past weekend, and it was awesome. All the artists are there, the photographers, there's a couple photographers that are, you know, game recognize games, right? You know me, folks. I give credit where credit's due, or I don't say shit. I'm going to hate on people. I'll give some pointers, I'll give some constructive criticism, I don't say shit. But good job, or damn, how'd you do that? I want to try to learn from people. And there's some artists, there's some photographers that I was learning from, and that do their shit. They do their shit. When you got photographers that know their shit, and performers, and actors and models in the same room. You got travel circus that can perform at any casino, any cruise ship, any stage, any theater, if you know what circuit you're going to get into. And if you know what people to hang out with, and how to pay your own bills through the process. Because you got to do group effort, maybe share rooms for Airbnbs and shit like that, until you learn financial responsibility.
I was gonna just say, I feel like every kid wants to run away to the circus. I feel like I wanted to run away to the carnival, and I feel like being a carny might have actually been worse than just being in the circus, but I still live by
Carnies!
this.
Hey, so what would you do if you were in the circus? What would you do? The tortionist, the juggle?
I used to have carnies.
If I
That's so
lived
carnies.
in the carnival, I would be the person that shovels up all
Carney
the shit.
kids!
I would be the shit shoveler.
So I was the kid, folks, that whenever I was at the amusement park or the carnival, I would purposely get lost with my parents and cut.
I don't know why I would, as a kid, feel like the carnival
Yeah,
was
you don't
easier
understand.
than like.
I would cut, and they'd have security looking for me for like half the day. I see scared behind from ride roller coaster.
Honestly, that's how I felt about losing my mom in the grocery store. Like, did my mom just ditch me? Like, why am I in the aisle by
You
myself?
lost an accident though. He's running away. It's like.
No, but you like think about that though. I think
My
you're
family was
like,
so
damn, my
boring.
abandonment issues are triggered.
They were like, man, you go around the kiddie ride. I'm like, fuck you, I'm not around the kiddie ride. I'm on the roller coaster. I cut. I didn't care, bro. I went on big rides. Man, big ride, I ain't on it.
I don't like going upside down. Roller coasters,
Go big, go harder, go harder.
Can you go upside down? I don't like the idea of being upside down on a roller coaster.
Upside down's fun.
Yeah, I can't.
Upside down, close your eyes, it's even better.
I feel like those drop roller coasters never sat well with me. Like
I do it in my eyes closed.
yeah, with like sudden drops, I'm not there. I'm not here for it.
Oh, okay. Have you seen the ones where like you're in a room with like they turn off the lights and then they drop you?
Those are cool.
Oh.
Those are cool, those are cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you gotta time it.
Yeah.
You gotta time it.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I count everything I do. So all that stuff you're talking about, I count. So sometimes if I was in a parachute, I'd have to know when to put my legs out.
Wait, hold on.
So when to put my legs out?
Wait, so you go skydiving?
At night.
At night?
Honestly,
That's
people that have
crazy.
skydived are low key badass. I don't know if I really have the balls.
Wait, could you do like
or necessity to do it.
indoor skydiving?
I could, but it just seems like not as fulfilling as real skydiving, so I didn't try it. But I mean, if you're with kids or it's a party, you know, it's kind of more of a party trick than it actually is a real life experience, which kind of feels like I'm cheating myself out of it. I feel like I should just go skydiving, but maybe if I went skydiving with somebody that I loved and I felt safe with, maybe. But if it's just some random guy in a parachute, like, I can do that by myself.
I would say if you ever gonna think about doing that, there's a process. Really, you really want to start with like parachuting, hang gliding, zip lining, things that suspend you from the air.
I love
but you have a soft landing before you just start to go throwing on a pack and dive into the air.
Yeah, I could do zip lining, but I couldn't do hang gliding.
Some zip lines at rope courses have like you have a dead dangle there. You're kind of just dangling there by the end of it instead of actually dropping into a thing of water. You're kind of just like super high up in the air and something has to get you down.
Wait, so it goes and then it stops and then
And
you
you're
go
just
again?
dangling there, like it's just a really high up dangle.
Yeah, they changed the laws too when I first started skydiving.
Yeah, I can see why.
No, you understand, but they just take us on these big ass planes that you understand it. Planes like they had a Dallas, missing out of Dallas. These are just some surf dudes. Some surf dudes would rent a strip of ground by a beach and show up to school. And you go through class in like an hour, and then you're in the air jumping out of planes. And we used to do it. We were in college. We used to do it every time.
Honestly, I'm pro eco schools. I am
They
pro
think we're nuts.
eco
They call us the crazy dudes, bro.
You can build your own regime.
I was in the air all the time.
Shout out our local nonprofit collaborator, Unite, actually. They're building eco school. They're actually trying to get some traction, more community on it. We have that going on. And they're off, off the grid build. I love the idea of building nonprofits and eco schools. I think we need to do more of that.
Yeah.
And we're actually interested in collaborating with nonprofits that are actually functional and functioning and in the process of building. So tap in with us too. I don't know if we're gonna have the email available, but definitely tap in with the with the juice box multiverse.
Yeah, and folks, there's a lot of groups that this group intertwines with too. So if you pay attention, it kind of spreads like a spider web, or like different nodes on the same network. And so people think we move like a beehive. We don't do that. We don't all move as a group, right? But we stay connected as we all intermove. And there's interchanging parts. Like when no one's held to a contract, we hold ourselves accountable for projects we work on together. And if it doesn't work out, we chalk it up, but we may not work together again. It doesn't always work out.
Being professional in the entertainment industry is very
needed.
Yes.
You have to.
I don't really know. You have to, but I don't really know if it's executed well.
So that's one of the things I work so hard with.
Is there a lighter?
That's one of the things I work so hard with a lot of the independent music artists here. I want to give a shout out to Fab and Igor and the brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi.
Shout out DJ Igor.
Because on both sides of my family, we had to get on the same page for business ethics and morals and integrity, which didn't take long at all. and around that, all the bikers and all the one percenters and all the people that really want to help kids got on the same page. And that's what my experience is for my clothing line. Because, you know, Fab gets a lot of slack. And Fab's a pillar of society, and he's a hard-charging working guy. He's always going to be that. And I respect him for that. I respect him for a lot of things he does for the community. Like how he teaches the game. Fab built a multi-million-dollar international clothing line on the trunk of his car.
Oh, you know, speaking of Mr. Fab,
And that's unheard of.
you go to his open mics, right?
Yep.
At Desi's club.
Yep. Shout out to Desi, shout out to Mike, and all the Mike,
But
and all the vendors.
you probably go consistently though.
Yeah, I do have to go pretty often.
Yeah.
I think I've been once.
Tell Tay Tay I said hi. Do a shot of tequila with her.
For
Hey,
sure.
Tay Tay.
What's up, Tay?
What's up, Dollar Bill?
I got you.
Dollar Bill. No, Tay Tay's the big homie for me. Alright, shout out to Tay Tay. Tay Tay saved my life. Another one. And I don't want to keep reminding people how much I appreciate you for keeping me out of harm's way and keep my kids out of harm's way.
Yeah, much love to Tay Tay.
Man, Tay Tay. She's opened and closed doors for me when I needed it. And sometimes it's hard to close the door on me. And she saved my life 3 times. And I love you for that. I'll never go against the grain again with you, baby. Ever again. No doubt. Period. Hey, in certain buildings, you better know who the most important person in the room is. And that's one of them. Alright? That's who runs, the manager who runs the business is the one who runs the business for the owner. And the owner don't want to deal with it. The owner doesn't want to deal with no complaints. Neither does the manager. So just recognize the game.
Yeah, you say so we'll link up next time at Desi's. But yeah, it's been a great experience. Like,
For sure.
meeting a whole lot of artists in the area. Getting to see all the talents and like be able to connect with everybody.
Yeah.
Honestly, one of the most best parts of being at Fab's Open Mic at Desi's.
Yeah. So, you know what? Fab's are one of those launch pads, right? And there's several throughout the bag. That if you go there and you spend the time to get to know the people, know the process, and know the format, and every venture's got a different format. And I like the fact that here that you can jump to different formats and come back and cross-pollinate and be up with different artists.
Yeah.
And then you have in the studio together. Now you got a dope hit, and now you got that on social media. Now you're making money on it. Now you put it on your own website. Now you can do something else with it because it's not about the music, it's about the process. Because through the process, you learn how to become a business owner and a captain of your own destiny. As an independent contractor, running your own ship, but as a rising tide, all ships rise together. That's the blessing here. Doesn't get credit.
Yeah, that's the mentality. We have to bring ourselves up and then we bring everybody else around.
Is that giver's gain, right? If you give some, you do what you can, take what you need, right? If you give a little more, you can. If you can't, you can't. You don't judge everybody that can.
Yeah, it's the importance of community. That's
Community.
a big word. Yeah.
Community, right?
You know what I love about our community is that we're actually so much closer together than it seems like on social media. Like, for example, office hours, I've always wanted to go to office hours, haven't gone to them. They're so, like, chic, and
Yeah, that's
I
dope spot.
love the kind
That's
of,
dope spot,
like, new artists that they've been including, but it's literally, like, 2 blocks away from, like, Debbie's Farm.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm making plans to go there. We gotta go.
Or even, what was that other place,
You know which place?
Soundwaves.
Soundwaves Studios in West Oakland. Here's the good thing about Soundwaves, because if you're interested in doing recording arts, or visual arts, or even shooting some movie scenes, or for videos, they have a backspace that's got like a garage you can pull in where it's a wall-to-wall green screen, and on the other side is a wall-to-wall movie screen. So you can go two types of mediums. I think I was there with the Scandalous Bunch, shout out to the Scandalous Bunch and Digital Underground, and I Stevie and all them. They were there for a video shoot. They invited me to come in and bring some dancers, and it was a dope shoot. And it just gives an example of how locally we can make it happen in any genre, in any media form, at some discounted rates if you know the place to go to where people have partnerships. And that's what we have partnerships. It's like a
Or
car.
if you're sociable enough to make that partnership. So
It'd just be cool to show up.
You just gotta be confident to talk to them. That's
especially if you're not from the
Yeah.
Bay Area. Like,
Yeah, and we don't do gatekeeping. We do introducing. And tapping and handshakes.
Yeah, that's Bonnie's specialty right there.
But you can't just come talking to anybody.
you can't slide through replication. It's one thing to be inspired, it's another to destiny swap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We help each other business partners. And that's the important thing, is learning business in life. And partnerships. And contracts or verbal agreements. And one thing I want to do with artists is teach people about more how to protect yourself legally. So I don't have to go do it. I can't keep going to court.
Honestly, ours
I
is
give classes
my
on how to protect yourself.
I think reminder of that.
Yeah.
So he was always reminding me about keeping my paperwork secure.
Yeah, you gotta keep your paper together, folks. And I do it as a courtesy for anybody that's working with me, because it needed to get done. Right? And so anybody that's working with me, you're good legally. All your intellectual property is all on servers that's backed up, and the government can't get it. No one can sell it. Right? I don't sell shit. Right? And I'll never sell. I'll never sell anything. I'll never sell anything that wasn't mine in the first place without anybody's permission, where they get the profit and the proceeds if they share some of the profit with me for my kids. Other than that, I'll get involved.
A lot of people try to get involved with the fine lines and
I don't get involved with
property
kids.
in the entertainment industry.
Period.
I think people need to stop trying that shit. Just let people create what the fuck they create. Take credit for the shit that you did, and if you didn't fucking do it, don't fucking try and take credit for it. If the next person didn't do that shit, don't try to give them credit for it. Why the fuck are we over here trying to pretend like everything is original? Like, can we all just understand that being in a creative community is an inspiration and a muse of its own? And that the more that we celebrate the individuals in our community for what they do, they actually do, you know what I mean? The more we can actually take our own accountability for what we're capable of accomplishing. Not even as a unit, but as an individual. Right? Because everybody gets so quick to look for validation for everybody the fuck else that they don't even know how to define themselves. So it's like, it's so easy to get lost at that point, right? And that's where we gotta break the algorithm.
I don't care what people create from scratch, or what people create from collabs, or rewriting something, or retreads, or biting somebody, what you call it, biting, or emulating, or copying. If you have it protected legally, you protect yourself. If you want to go to court and fight over it, you do it. If you don't, you don't. You want to fight about the streets, you do it. Just don't die over it. Just don't die over something that's on a piece of paper.
Yeah, I think it's just important to learn the industry that you're in.
Just don't die over what's on paper.
I think we need to practice more optimism and less pessimism. That's it.
You know,
When it comes to art, that's why I said less judgment earlier. I was like, it's like we're not here to judge anything. We're here to experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, learn and grow. You know, we're here to do what we can.
We can practice discernment, but it, you know, it's not the
Yeah.
same.
You know, I just think that we all have parts to play that are interchangeable, and I've had to step down from positions. I've had to take jobs I didn't want to take. You know, for the time being, there's a means to an end sometimes.
Yeah,
I take shitty jobs, and sometimes people think it looks like it's a lot of fun. And other times,
Sometimes the blue collar jobs pay more than white collar, and they're a little bit more fun.
you know,
Depends on what you're getting into.
it depends what you get into. It depends a lot of work. It does. You know, and some people like grassroots, some people like corporate. I've done both. You
But
know,
if you're an independent artist, you're always an entrepreneur. And
You are.
You always want to separate the two, and it's kind of fucked up, you know?
Yeah, you are an entrepreneur. Like, I remember you're on the clock.
and entrepreneurship can be done exponentially.
Honestly, I give artists receipts. If we're together and they're paying cash, and be like,
Yeah, it's good to track your income and expenses as an artist, recognizing that you are a business owner and you have to act like it.
Right. And I do appreciate a lot of the conversations we have on the sidewalks. And I say, if you have a millionaire mindset, then sometimes on the sidewalks outside the club, we have millionaire conversations. And you never know what might spark out of that.
Exactly.
I've been sitting outside the club, got invited to a studio session, sat in that session. A couple days later, that song's going viral. I'm like, man, that just happened? Yeah, that's cool.
It is viral these days.
It's just a lot of people. Honestly, the biggest thing you need to focus on is building your community.
Being
as an
on
artist.
social media at all is constant large audience. Like, that's the crazy thing about it. Like, whether it's today, the next day, you're gonna get a large audience over time.
You will.
In the moment. Like,
Yeah.
We will.
I think a lot of people practice immediate gratification, and that's where we start, getting into victim and lack mentality in that regard. And I think it's really important for artists as entrepreneurs to practice that kind of like sanctity in our craft.
Exactly. I think it's just important to focus on connecting with the people around you.
You know-
If you can do that, success is guaranteed.
when I first came on the air with Igor, we weren't thinking about audience, but I asked about audience. We weren't thinking about audience. We were thinking about getting the message out to a very select few. Because I talk in a way where I thought I was going to try to hit some target markets. He's like, dude, you're doing too much, right? He said, don't worry about the audience. He said, you're trying to ignore the audience instead of just give it to them raw. Because here's what happens, people. Over time, you'll find the audience. You know, people get viral off a cat. Or off a bunch of babies doing silly stuff. But does that lasting power? Does that have staying power? Is it something that's sustainable? Is it something that's educational? Is it something that moves the ball forward? Is it something that people want to pay attention to?
Okay, listen to this.
Right? This station has programs that people want to pay attention to. That's why I started paying attention. That's why I came here.
What we can control is our immediate selves and our environment.
Yeah.
And that's why me and RJ, as you talked, have been going into our community and celebrating any individual.
Pay attention.
Shout out Live in Color Studio.
Rock it
I
out.
met Risha actually through her filming for her commercial that she did with Cinnamon. It was a big production. She actually won some awards for it. It was kind of crazy because I wasn't expecting to be there. I was blessed to have been given the opportunity. Shout out Cash Campaign. I appreciate being given that reference. And that's how I came to know Risha. Okay, look at the nails, we stay slaying. If you check out our
Nails on
platforms, you'll see that she actually does, press on nail stations. And I think more women actually participate in press on nails more than acrylic, like official, like, you know, like sets these days. And there's actually a lot more men that get their nails done and participate in that type of self-care than I think we talk about, and I think that needs to be celebrated a little bit more. So shout out Live in Color
Self-care is
Studio.
best care.
Shout
Mental
out
health
to
as
the
well.
studio. They're actually having their 5th year anniversary in March.
Cool.
And Risha, the owner of Live in Color Studios, actually asked us to help curate that celebration. So stay tuned in March. We'll be there to help bring in her 5th year.
Yeah, we look forward to talking more about that in the art form auction coming up soon.
For sure. Pay attention to that too. And folks, there's another place I want to shout out. It's Obsidian.
Yay!
Oh, yeah,
shout out
Obsidian.
I got invited to.
There's some haters out there, but it's because y'all don't get it. And you gotta really get yourself a membership.
Yeah.
Don't play.
Yeah.
It's a
So I just
community-built
got
process.
membership at a healthcare center, bro. And when I say this place is for the independent artists, it's like a little Shangri-La in West Oakland.
I love it. It's
so
my favorite
it's
tea
got
party to go to.
it's got everything you
I'm
need.
gonna go there after. We should go there after this.
We should definitely
It's right
go.
there
We
next to
definitely
Hyphy
go.
Burger.
We
I'm not fucking playing it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's just down the street, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
Shout out to Obsidian and shout out to there's a Tuesday men's group there. And I want this
yeah?
this is
Quick,
the whole
right?
thing. Yeah, I want to talk about this. So yeah, well, quick.
Thank you.
And thanks to all the brothers that were there. There's the Moors were there, and so was Jabari Garvey and his liberation movement. You know, it's just a lot of people believe in what's good for
333.
the African diaspora worldwide, globally, right? And for the youth globally. Doesn't matter what color your youth are. We're really trying to save lives here, and that's one of the groups that's a think tank. And I was honored to get invited to sit down with them. It's the same type of think tank that started like at Talk Therapy, where pillars of society come together, where first the men come together and talk about some of the things that the men need to work out.
And I know Mr. Fab
And then we invite the women and the youth invite to the same group.
Into high schools is the next
Yeah,
step.
exactly. This is one of those things that's going to be another catalyst for change.
Yeah.
That's going to just grow. And I'm honored to be part of it. And this is one reason why I'm here today. Was to mention that.
Big classes.
And mention that there's safe spaces and there's launch pads. They're different. But it's all part of the process to come learn how to live a healthy, prosperous life and take care of you best you can.
Exactly. Man, self-care, taking care of yourself and your community.
Yeah.
That's what we're all about.
And here's the thing, look, I'm rough and rugged sometimes, and sometimes I'm a self-care guy. You want to call it metrosexual, you want to call it fancy,
Fancy.
I don't care, man.
No, you good, man. Take care of yourself.
I mean, RJ would know.
I
Okay, look.
I hear all kinds of shit that when people talk about.
You should cut your nails. You should cut your nails if you're a guy.
I'm gonna start posting pictures of me, videos too of me and RJ at Living Color Studio, Living Color Studio in California.
I know. I just have no other likes. I just
Say,
you know,
your
I can't.
girl's gonna love it after you cut your nails. Like,
Yeah,
that's
just
all I'm
say,
saying. You're welcome.
Stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready.
all I'm
If the
saying.
woman in your
All I'm
life
saying.
if the woman in your life is trying to help you with your fashion sense or your what I would call your male hygiene,
Exactly, man.
I don't care.
Ass cuticles,
Then
you
she
know
doesn't
not
care.
to put that shit in my
I don't even
nose.
touch my. Yeah, exactly. I don't even touch myself.
If your woman doesn't take it, hold on. If your woman doesn't tell you to take a shower before she fucks you, then she doesn't love you.
Yeah. You feel me? Nothing wrong with showering. There's nothing wrong with cutting your nails. You
You
feel
just
me?
in the shower, bitch.
And look, I want to look cool for camera. I gotta, you know what I'm saying, clean my face up. You feel me? You gotta take care of yourself. Take care of yourself, and then you get a partner that appreciates yourself. That's all I'm saying.
Take care of you. That's an order.
From mouths of men.
Doctor's orders.
Yeah, cut your nails. Nothing wrong with that. Please do.
Shout out Risha over there.
Shout out Risha. She had me good. Feel me?
She knows how to work with the I'm being thriving again.
I'm having too much fun.
Oh yeah, we having a good time.
It feels good to feel good, folks. And that's another part of the process. It's learn to have fun and learn when to work. And know when it's time to do both. Right? And know it's time to buckle down.
Yeah, I feel like people don't always enjoy the work, and that's the biggest part.
Yeah, if you don't enjoy it, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, man.
You're
Have
hard.
fun with the process of creating your project. Have fun with the process of learning the industry you're in. Just have fun with it, man. I feel like that's why people don't grow, because they don't enjoy what they're doing.
Don't be afraid of hard work, but if you're not enjoying it, then why are you doing it?
Exactly.
I think a lot of artists have to deal with that. It's like, okay, juggling, releasing new music, performing old music, getting old music on traction while also trying to push new music every 6 weeks. Basically.
Yeah, and so like during that whole time, just enjoy while you're doing it. You know, while you're performing an old song, have fun doing that. While you're working on the new music, have fun doing that. And while you're trying to, you know, say meet deadlines and everything, have fun doing that.
Hey, artists, you know something? Let me tell you some of the artists at my age have talked about. I'm going to be honest with you. This is something that people don't really mention. If you ask some of the artists my age if they were done different, they're going to tell you, yeah, you know why? Because of time. Because of time. You can make money in this game, you take your time. If you rush your time, you lose your time. That's the simplest way I can put it. And the artists now get it. And it's just take your time. And it all works out. I can't give you the faith. I can't give you the plan. I can show you artists that help me, and I help them. And DJs around the world that have a network and a union that will continue to spin music and help artists get paid to spin music. Which is one of the things I want to talk about real quick, if I can.
Yeah, right now.
Alright, so there's an underground circuit. The DJs already know how to get our artists paid. And that's going to continue to go. And we're going to expand that into a network of podcast stations, radio stations, radio personalities, podcast personalities, ones that are eyewitness news on the streets, ones that are in studios like this, ones that are willing to be part of the union and sign a contract that we're not going to do slander or gossip. It'll be news or music or art or weather. Facts, not fiction.
Shout out to Rain recently, by the way, the Bay Area Music Union.
Yeah. Facts, not fuck shit. Is what I'm talking about.
Facts, not.
Or fuck around and find
That's
out.
low key a bar. You put on the
Fuck
shirt.
around and
Fact-
fuck shit.
Facts, not fuck shit or fuck around and find out.
Fuck shit.
And I want-
Facts, not
Yeah.
faux shit.
Right. We're not gonna do things that
Facts, not
we're not gonna do things that cause us to go back to war.
Yo,
Not on my watch. Not on these channels. What other channels do, I don't care. But I have an obligation to the people who pay for the satellites to make sure the satellites stay up and running and paid for without smut or pornography or anything or anybody gonna get sold through our satellites. And no one gets sold through my satellites. And that's what on God.
They have satellites in the stock market right now, right?
Yeah. I don't care what network you're on. I don't care what network. All the networks make money. When you go to my satellites that I own legally for a leasing period for 50 years, that's being used for the public consumption of art and education.
We're gonna start doing some more vlogging and
Yeah.
showing more of our community.
Yeah. Private organizations do what you want. Not my stick.
Not my stick. That's not my
Yeah,
stick.
But I'll see on the stock market. That's my stick.
Yeah, he be up at like 4 or 5
The
in
bull.
y'all just getting everything ready for
People. I
every
got people blowing over the grave right now.
situation. Every beef on the market, he's looking for it like it's fine.
I don't want no
for
smoke.
you.
I don't want no smoke. No problem.
This
No mouse. No mouse.
nigga like live beat up
He said that good.
his ass. He be like 5 minutes. I mean, I'm on the phone like, what's up with the market? Like,
certain hours a day I won't talk to anybody. But lately I have been. And people are like, why are you working out? I'm like, I got this. I'm taking a break, folks. I don't have to picture all the time. That's what I love.
I hear you're traveling.
Yes, there's some travel plans coming up.
I bet we headed to. Let's go.
All I know so far, so sure, is that I don't have the exact dates, but looks like we're going to Mount Shasta for a little spiritual retreat and to check out some land that
Free Lemuria.
yeah, to check some land and to see some of the locals and the elders that I wouldn't even go if I wasn't invited, because this is a very private community. Thank you for the invite, by the way. And if there's a family up there that is looking to do some renewable energy and do some farming techniques, that's what I'm up there for. I'm up there just to see if we can build another little farm community or be part of a farm community, because that's another area of my life that I'm very, very passionate about, is feeding the people.
Shout out to
And however we can, but I do a lot in agriculture. That's one of my degrees. I never finished, but I went through school thanks to the Black Panthers at Merritt College. And shout out to the Black Panthers. Worldwide.
Yeah, shout out
Which that's another phenomenon that we grew exponentially in that organization alone, worldwide, legally uniformed in every major city in America.
So with GI.
Oh yeah, because we've been expanding. Actually.
Everywhere, we're everywhere, and we're basically trained security guards to be trained to protect our women and children, whether we're in uniform or not. But we like being in uniform sometimes because it sets us aside as a professional organization. But other times we don't need to be in uniform because we know who the fuck we are, and we know what we do. And I'm continuing to do that. I'm honored my kids are part of that. My kids are actually descendants of Black Panthers.
I don't know why they feel like
Yeah. So hoorah.
giving like soldiers.
Yeah.
Soldier attire.
Yeah, so that's why we
Same military.
that's why we cross pollinate with the logo, the label, because we're worldwide, and we're just doing what we can. And we're doing what we can, and we're not doing anything that's worldwide. We're all worldwide.
If we can all be guerrillas and work together without guerrilla warfare.
That part, we put the guns down.
In America.
Man, if our kids can put the guns down, anybody's kids can put the guns down. And I stand on business on that. If my kids will pull up this way, we'll put the guns down. If you have to. If you need an example of how to put the guns down, I'll show you. And we'll go knuckles. All day, every day. They don't mind at all. These kids, they like sparring in gyms.
Oh yeah.
They like making it a sport. They like doing it legally.
Are you coming
Yeah,
to
martial arts.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Are you gonna teach juice box martial arts
Yeah.
on Mount Shasta?
I can do a little thing.
No.
Honestly,
Sure.
look,
Some
man.
Muay Thai
Yeah.
techniques.
Yeah, all over the time.
25 in the
Yeah.
snow.
Yeah, honestly, I think everybody should learn martial arts. Like that's just something.
Sure.
Loading.
That's something you should have in the
Stay
back of your
tuned.
mind. You know?
Yeah. Martial arts is really good for, I believe, mental therapy as well.
Yeah.
For me, being a career soldier and a performing artist, they're closely related. Martial arts and performing arts are so closely related that if you can master one, you have a really good chance of mastering another one and going domino effect and learn a bunch, right? And then you can learn to teach one or two of them.
Exactly. You learn to focus. You learn self-discipline.
Man, I've learned from some of the best teachers in like Muay Thai or performing arts or performing arts. sometimes I don't play the instrument, but I'll sit with the artist that plays the instrument for hours and ask them questions about how they play the instrument. And I'll learn, I'll watch. And I'll try it, but I can't, but I don't have the technique to do it. I just like to learn to watch, so I can hear the rhythm and see the style, so if I sit in a room I can compose.
Yeah.
And sometimes you gotta learn all the instruments if you're ever gonna be able to compose. And it's not easy to compose. And that's another thing, you gotta be able to write music if you're gonna compose.
Yeah, what do you play?
So I only instrument I can claim I play is piano.
Okay.
Now, do I know instruments played, and do I know how an instrument plays mathematically? And how it's different live
Like
versus
music theory.
how it's different live versus synthesized versus on a computer versus AI, and how I tell it. I can listen to it right away and know which one's
Oh,
which.
you have a good ear.
That's why I hear it. So a lot of people have been in this business and an eye or a good way of recognizing talent, and I know that, and I teach that, and I look for codes, the genetic codes that come out in the rhythm.
That's a bar, genetic code.
I actually love that.
They are.
That's dope.
You understand? What you say in life will come out in music, and
Because
it's
it's really a soul activation. Soul activation.
what you say in life will come out in a musical rhythm. That you put it in a code, it's unique like a fingerprint around the globe. So once you're on a mic, you're copyrighted. No.
I hear they're putting chip IDs together in Europe. I mean, we're a step away from putting a string in our skulls or wrists or something like that. Holographic identification.
You wanna talk about that?
Amazon got that little
Technology.
card.
I mean,
I can talk a little bit
I'm
about
just
that.
gonna start with how we require a real ID. Like, are we ready for this?
Yeah.
Is the Bay Area ready for this? Are they really requiring a real ID? I mean, we should set this stage. 2026.
So, we talk about chips real quick, alright? I've had a chip in my brain and out of my brain. I don't have one in my brain now, and I don't recommend it. I don't.
I don't know if anybody would.
It didn't help me extend life, it didn't make me stronger or
Like,
faster.
if it doesn't turn you into the fucking Terminator, like,
All it did was help me process information faster. You know, when I found mushrooms could do it better, I got the chip out.
Mushrooms does everything better. I can co-sign on that one.
So the government does use chips, they start in animals, they use in humans, they use in pets. And that's one thing that I sued against, and that's one thing why I'm different now than I was before. Because I used to get mad real fast. It's because they had the chip in, they can turn it up. And I figured that out and how to resist it while I had it in my brain. And it was killing me. So I wouldn't want to take it out, and I didn't want to cut me open again.
I like to compare myself to the Hulk.
But my kids and my women saved me.
I like that.
I didn't like how they did it, but they got that.
And that's the thing, right? You have to find something that inspires you to make that transition and change. And I think that's what it was for the Hulk, right? Is like,
Sure.
he gets mad immediately every time. Like, he's mad. That was his secret, right? He's mad all the time. So that's why he's able to control it.
Yeah. So.
Wasn't that? Drop in the comments.
You can't be
and
a
let
10
me
all
know
time.
about
No, he would snap, he would change.
You can't be a 10 all time. You can't be a 10
No,
all
but
time
he
all
was
time.
able to control it because he constantly was able to, like, channel that feeling of anger.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Drop it in the comments.
Channel.
I agree with you, yes.
I think this might be controversial.
There's multiple ways to channel anger. In music, in art, in sports, in working out, going to the gym, and food. People can overeat. You can negatively or positively channel your energy. Even in the gym, you can become a gym rat so much. You become a gym rat so much that you wear your body out in the gym so much, or you start taking steroids because the fanny got you now, right? So be careful. Everything's a slippery slope, folks. Everything in moderation. And I've overindulged and I paid the price. And I've underindulged and I've lost out on opportunities for people. Why are you being such a sissy? Why are you sissy? I just don't like that. Not my fetish.
Okay.
Hey, we all got things we like, things we don't like, and I've been known to like certain things.
Okay, we all do. Okay.
And it's been on video, and I get in trouble for it, so I'll talk about it a little more.
So the Hulk.
I mean, I'm trying to consider if the Hulk is my fetish. I don't know. I
You
feel
like
I
you
can
like big Greek
resonate
guys?
with somebody who can openly understand that there's always a problem but still choose goodness.
Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Just a Hyde. You know, I don't know. I don't see men being like soft. You know, I see them being angry all the time, but can you control that?
If you had the key to trigger a man to go crazy or not, would you use it?
For what?
And then go kill someone. Say, hey, I'm gonna hit kill. Go kill a person.
Why?
I don't know.
You have to give me a good reason.
Yeah.
You have to give me, for me to want somebody to live in a low vibration, especially for my own benefit, is like, I'm not even trying to deal with that karmic debt. I'm not gonna lie to you. I consider it just like any other human in nature, but it's best.
You know how I learned? The more I know, the less I want to know.
Yeah, don't make me a liability. Tell me nothing.
Yeah.
Let me assume then. I'm actually at a higher, like, I'm actually in more control if you don't tell me anything.
Right.
Yeah?
I think a better question than why is how. Show me. Show me. Don't elude me. Don't illusion me. Don't break me, discard me. Don't judge me. Don't judge them. Don't judge you. Forgiveness is a two-way street. Globally. I'm going to continue to preach that. Not easy. I'm learning. Acceptance is another I have to learn. I keep reminding myself about the serenity prayer. One of the positive things I took from the 12 steps at AA programs. And I give them a hard time all the time because they act like a church. But to each his own. I believe the church is in the streets and in the people. I believe outside is where we find the truth. The people I hang out with tell the truth. That's why I do it. For the most part, you tell the truth. And tell the truth gets us places that lies will never take us.
Yeah, I think we should take a quick break right
Take a
here.
break, folks. And
Yeah.
thanks for tuning in. And we're going to keep running it up. I appreciate you being here with us, and we'll see we're looking at you. Peace.
Yeah, see ya.
Yeah.
Okay, so on this last part,
I love the O-A-K-L-A-M-E. I'm looking at the ground.
on this last part,
all
like all y'all
the
say,
about
body
this.
language,
People getting
all
wild
that,
and vision on the
close
street.
line, all that.
You're better than that. That's a fact. One thing's for sure, they ain't coming back. Too short. I gotta say something now. Oakland, let's save the time.
You looking for the answer to say no, brothers? Bigger than you know. For that you want the top of the food chain. That's global. It don't matter what side you on, who you voting for or not. Ain't nobody trying to hear us cause we don't control the plot. Tell me how you get your own if you on the clock. Or on the mobile on the block trying to stop this. When we the same color as you, the image they created for us stick to us just like glue. Just gotta glorify it. We gon' do what niggas do.
And I used to call him, ain't nobody couldn't save him. I'm a child of God, the son of faith. Last nigga you ever met, raised by a lady. I'm one of your best friends, I had to push it up daily. Oakland, the city of killers and liars. Gangsters ride cools and stains on all tires. Stripping and ripping, nasty freaks. You either selling the kicks or you sliding to the beat.
Okay, I know enough to know I don't know enough. But if the revolution going up, I'm showing up. You know the suck, economically crippled and maybe for a crutch. Look at the leaders, there's no more trust, they go with us. Under the freeway community, it's like a third world. Country, this is gay, church, this is big. That clown shit, we call it clown bitch. Let's make a plan, stack up black, brown,
Streets stay walking and raising the houses prices up. People study bipping and stealing and unlocking us. Prostitution and homeless, but we can't find love. Broken glasses and shell cases where we find drugs. So stripping and sipping to take the pain away. Small come up and taking shots for the fade away. And treating every life like a throwaway. Gotta do more than just pray, like grandmama say.
Once my home was so beautiful, couldn't wait for the summer. But now love don't live in no more. It's the city on every corner. What you calling out of that control? Ain't nobody coming. The government tells me living in hell. Save my
Who
city.
remember Oakland with the 415 area code? the hood and they wealthy, it really ain't an institution that we can depend on now. If your car clean, better leave your windows down. I need to bid really on this rent. I spent 50 until we clean it up. Every block is 10 city.
Pumping on the chest, but she didn't have a soul left. 45 minutes in a row, it ain't shown yet. When I look around, I don't see a lot of hope left. Just some Henny bottles and a picture from a doorstep. Used to be a city full of love that was mutual. Now it ain't nothing but the opposite of beautiful. Pray for my city if you understand the history. Cause every day ain't nothing but a unsolved mystery.
We need prayer. The FBI raided the mayor. They shot up Juneteenth, Deuce Creek. Sleep if you dead. We need solutions. Human trafficking in encampments. It's a crisis. Dudes walk around strapped like ISIS. We need a new movement. Start with the school kids. Teach them discipline. Be creative. Entrepreneurship. We need justice. Nobody's coming. I put the S on my chest so my people no longer suffering. It's on us then.
Open epidemic, no leadership for guidance. My city's like a third world country, slowly dying. I ain't looking for a way out. I'm fighting for a way in. Inside the fabric of love, how we supposed to live. Don't bury the homelessness, gang banging and clapping. Young killers running rampant, police being scandalous. Mayor hit by the feds, my city's in a crisis. Misappropriated funds, town business, the spirit's dying.
Save Oakland, that is my place of birth. Save Oakland from the pavement to the dirt. We can work and some may say that it's worthless, but it's worth it. It's in the way you interpret it. On some personal shit, be proud, but reroute to see what is or ain't allowed. It's fire or smoke, but baby, it's a cloud. It's not the final stage, no need to take a bow.
My niggas down to earth like Nostradamus. Got a stigma of breaking brothers and a lot of goblins. Ironic, Oakland was the first place mobbing. The Black Panthers like Huey P. Bobby still hold choppers. The system cut us off, cause they know we a problem. Had to learn about the crime, I still be popping my collar. Tell me anywhere in America, I'm better off mobbing. No outlets for the use of their express to violence.
Once my home was so beautiful, waiting for the summer. But I heard don't make it no more. It's too city on every corner. But you calling out of their control. Ain't nobody coming. The government tells me living in hell. Save my city.
Y'all ready?
Save my city.
No. Hey, welcome back, folks. Welcome back. I'm Zach with the Voice of Reason. It's Still Positive Show on twitch.tv/BLF Radio. Thank you to Twitch. Thank you, BLF Radio. Thank you, Igor. Thank you, Juicebox, for being in the building. Thank you, Bay Area. Thank you, Second Chances. Thank you, my family. Thank you to the prayers, the health of we're getting for my family. That's huge. People, family that prays together, stays together. Regardless of who we are and where we are in the world. I'm going to stand on that as well. I'm also going to stand on that with how work, faith, you have to work, right? So whatever we pray for, you have to work for. And hard work pays off. Sometimes you don't get everything you want in life, but you get everything you need. And if you get more than you need, I think it's important that you share with as much of it as you can without stressing yourself out or stressing your own family out. I don't handle the books. I don't handle the accounting for anything in my family because of my PTSD and because of my mathematical skills. I'm too good at calculating numbers to be allowed you to be on a computer for very long. It's on a contract. I'm on my phone. You put me on a terminal in a major building and I can shut a building down and just take over the building. And I've done it too many times that I was a show off. And so since I showed off doing it too many times, I get fined on it, and it costs my family money. And I don't want to cost my family money for a fine for me showing off. It was an ego thing. Because people used to piss me off and they steal from me, so I steal it back. And they turn their business on. And I got tired of doing it. Right? So now I just help people rebuild their businesses and give to the community as I can. And this is one of those businesses that I'm going to start Chain Reaction with. I'm podcasting. Because I want artists to get the same experience that we used to have go to all the talk shows and level up whenever you had a clothing line come out, or a doll line, or a movie drop, or a song drop, or a project release, or a nonprofit, or a business launch, or a grand opening, or a parade, for some of the kids for Little League.
As we want to do
Right.
it locally,
Right.
we also have opportunity to do it cross country.
That part.
We might be introducing the Beat Battle Warriors on the show.
That's right.
next
Beat Battle
month.
Warriors, we want to do a collab with it. Listen, folks. Now through social media and through different platforms, you can do collabs across cities and share artists and share ideas and share how your open mic might work, or our concert works, and how much you sell tickets for over there. It's not collusion if you're just asking information about how to sell and buy tickets for people to get butts in seats, and that's what we do. We're not just trying to sell shit this ain't about fucking reels. This ain't about spins. It ain't about streams. You'll die in this business trying to wait for streams to pay you. But it's one revenue stream that can help you get some notifications. That's it. Other than that, you gotta have a butts in seats. That's what we do. We're gonna continue to do that. At every level. And I like the level we're at. We're in a sweet spot. We're in a sweet spot where I gotta worry about paying for the insurance for those buildings that I won't
Don't
pay for.
forget to get your insurance.
I pay for insurance. I don't mind paying for insurance that covers the building spaces I'm in. When you get over 500 seats, it turns corporate. And then I gotta start fighting people. And I'm not gonna fight people. I refuse. My kids will do that. They work in the corporate world. I'm not.
And are we going to be back here next week?
We will be back. We're gonna try to make this a regular thing again. And we're trying to take it on the road. And I want to make sure that I want to make sure we keep money come back to the station and to Twitch, who are hosting this for me and allowed me to be back in the air when I was kicked off the air for being too verbally abusive. And I'm not gonna do that this time. I was threatening people, and then sending people to their houses from the air. And I was like, I'm not gonna do that shit no more. I was more paranoid. I had some people ask me, it's over with.
We don't encourage anything or verbal abuse. This is not what we stand for.
No, listen, folks. Even all the stuff that other stations do, we're not gonna do here. All right. I'm not gonna do the gossip or talk about the past like it's a joke. I'm not gonna do that.
But to find out more, you gotta follow us. Stay tuned.
But
Come back.
I love comedians. When comedians do their thing, you're supposed to be joking. Comedians get a free pass. If that's your profession, or if you cross over, you want to be a comedian like Fab's gonna do. Fab, get that comedian thing going. Fab's hilarious on the mic, by the way. If you ever see Fab on stand-up, just wait, folks. When he doesn't sing at Yoshi's, I bet you probably gonna be some stand-up.
Shout out Yoshi's.
Yeah, shout out Yoshi's. Yoshi's been a staple over here and help artists level up and be professionals, and really being one of those underground spots that people don't know about. If you go there for dinner and the show, you have the time of your life.
Yeah, I love that.
For under $150. For some of the best artists in the world come there. Not just.
No, for real though.
Some of the best artists in the world come to a little small venue in our neighborhood. And they come for dinner and shows, and that's where everybody comes to meet. And that's where I'm careful to be at sometimes, because all my families will be there. And it makes people uncomfortable when all my family's together and if I'm in the room, because they think I'm going to do something I'm never going to do. I'm not going to pick a fight. I'm going to congratulate. I'm going to introduce people. I'm going to accept life on life's terms. I'm not going to direct anybody to be with any couple or marry me or divorce me. That's not my job. My job's security. And I'll stick with that.
And for now, subscribe for more.
Yeah, and then share messages. I can share messages in security. You know, live my life, right?
I'm Bonnie Darko.
I'm RNJ.
I'm Zachary. And we love y'all, man. This is Stay Live Radio. Okay. It's so hot right now.
Best connection to you and good music. Turn it down for the block. Great music grooving. Party on the west till it's time to go. Then we turn the lights on and party some more. Straight life radio and digital dash. Open up hits from old to new.
I'm gonna go to the station, right? artists are gonna get paid
Do you wanna do it then?
real, dollar per reel for the songs that you play when we're on the air.